Last week at Charlotte, guess what? We won. We were following Mark Martin pretty much the whole race. We ended up leading the most laps. I still don't remember how. That whole race was a blur, really. And the season's kind of come full circle, where we got screwed in the first Charlotte race at the 600 for pitting when a caution came out while pit stops were happening, and we got screwed. Ended up 35th. But the tables turned last week, as Gordon and Martin, who we were battling for the lead, were both a lap down. It was divine intervention that we didn't pit right before the caution came out, and we held Gordon a lap down for the rest of the race. We gained a bunch of points. As you see here, we're 18 points behind Gordon with 4 remaining. And the playoff battle is getting intense. Bill Elliott, we haven't even talked about him. We've only talked about his paint schemes. He's sitting here 11 points out of the lead. Okay, we're hitting up Talladega. We all know what Talladega is all about. We're starting 17th. Let's do it. Saved you from the agonizingly slow pace lap, parade lap, whatever you want to call it. Getting ready to go green. Doesn't really matter where anybody's starting. Terry Labonte has the pole. I think it's his 8th pole in a row. Jeff Gordon, Ken Schrader's just meaningless right now, unfortunately. And John Andretti. Dale Earnhardt 37th. What? But, yeah, Andretti won at Daytona. Let's not forget. Here we go. 94 laps here. No random caution. Because I think the random caution will just bring everybody together. I'd rather just have everyone spaced out. And it might backfire. We might need a caution late in the race. Who knows? My name's Adam. Thanks for checking out the videos. Really getting down to it here. 3 races after this. Rockingham, Phoenix, and Atlanta. Phoenix is a wild card. Not exactly sure how that race is going to go. Still don't have the AI dialed in. I've run a practice run there. And I have to put the AI near us speed-wise. Because I think I'm as fast as I'm going to get there. And I was researching it and looking it up online. Phoenix is just one of the weirdest tracks on the game as far as AI difficulty is concerned. I've talked about how people have, throughout the years, raised the individual driver ratings in any of the car sets that they release, and that directly correlates to the AI difficulty you have in the game. And there's just something weird at Phoenix that, the fastest that I'm running right now, we're running at 92%. Easily the lowest number anywhere at any track we do. Uh-oh. We gotta reckon turn 1. I don't see Gordon in the back. That might be him. I have no idea. Ernie Irvan's won. He won the Daytona 500, and he won the first Talladega race here. Yeah, the first race here. So we're keeping an eye on him, keeping an eye on Johnny Andretti, keeping an eye on Derek Cope behind us, making sure we aren't given the business by him. All right. Sometimes you can survive 4 wide at Talladega, sometimes you can't. And they didn't. Bill Elliott somehow was way back there already. And looks like he survived that. Scary moment for Bill Elliott here. Let's see. Oh yeah, untouched. Some guys are pitting. Track position isn't everything, but we do want to stay away from the back of the pack so we don't get caught up in anything. Going green. I'm going to be interested to see who was involved. Well, Musgrave might have been involved, but I know Sachs, Rudd, and Spencer were. We're going to keep an eye on them in the next lap or two to see if they're falling off the herd. And we're already going to have our wounded animals. I took a peek. Again, I haven't really harped on it at all, but I took a peek at the old school Winston Cup point system that I'm keeping track of. And before Charlotte, we were about 120 points behind Gordon, and we may have gained that at Charlotte, so I don't know. And I said I was done flipping paint schemes, but I wish I would have put Ernie Irvin's white paint job on here, because he ran that at this race. Ran it at Charlotte too, the one we just did. But you can check out our Coca-Cola 600 in this season if you want to see that scheme, or just Google it. And we'll start a tradition. Probably before the Phoenix video, before that race, we're going to set the 1994 schedule. Because I think I mentioned somewhere that we have 19 race tracks, but that was completely wrong. I think we were going to have 17. So we're going to have 3 tracks, have 2 races. And I'm just going to put all the races into a randomizer online, and we'll just say, you know, we'll list all the tracks, randomize them, and then the first 4 tracks that come up, or 3 track, whatever number we need to get to 20, those 3 will get a second date. I don't know how I'm gonna figure that out. Yeah, this is kind of a mindless deal here at the restrictor plate tracks. No real strategy. Don't take your hand off the wheel to fix your headphones like I just did. We just have to worry about pit stops, and we don't want to hang out on the outside too long because there's just nowhere to go. If Ricky Craven up in the Bud car, if his car lets go right now, his engine lets go, we have nowhere to go except into the back of Jeff Gordon, which might be a calculated move on our part, and be like, whoops. I think we're 3 wide, yeah. Yep, Spencer, Sachs, and Rudd have fallen off. I had to let out of the gas. Don't look at the standings in the turns, dummy. Just thinking about other little housekeeping stuff. Uh-oh, there's your engine. Darrell Waltrip. We're 4 wide. What a mistake by me. Alright, let's, did you say something about the back straight? I don't know what he said. Hopefully I remember to check that out on lap 12. Man, this got interesting in a hurry, didn't it? Man. But yeah, yeah, a little housekeeping stuff. I don't plan on ever doing any 1080p videos. Because there's, I mean, we're doing hour-long videos, and that's going to be an insane amount, it's insane size, file size. Yeah, I'm planning on finishing up. There's somebody on pit road. Hopefully I put all that up. Yeah, I'm going to finish this season up and just go get lost in Breath of the Wild for a month and a half, probably. Alright, Jeff Gordon leading this pack. Not anymore, though. Ken Schrader's in charge. We're going to try to track down the leaders here. I tried to see who that was on pit road, but it's moving too fast. Jeremy Mayfield retired. Darrell Waltrip's probably on pit road. We have a couple cars off the herd. Mark Martin's way back there. Yeah, I think Martinsville pretty much killed Mark Martin's chances at anything. Unless we all get caught up in a big wreck here and he's the lone survivor. We're going to be hitting up these wounded cars here pretty soon. We got shuffled back a little bit. But you can see up ahead, we're going to start encountering the beat up cars. We're going to see what kind of chaos ensues. Obviously hoping that those cars mess up that front pack, and they are. We're going to be catching up to them here. Alright, we're dancing all over the place. I'm trying to find the slow cars, and that's Greg Sachs, Ricky Rudd, and Jimmy Spencer. Ricky Rudd's up there in the middle, but I don't see Jimmy Spencer. Alright, let's line up. See if we lose that pack. We very well may have, but we might be losing these guys. Which wasn't part of the plan. We can't rely on them really checking up in the turns. They don't do that here. They do it at Daytona.
You're in the top 10.
But not here. 3 wide helps, though. Yeah, it seems like we're sucking up to them now. That's good. Again, just a roll of dice on who's leading right now. Who's going to be there at the end of the race. We're the only playoff driver in the top 10 right now.
Car outside. Clear. Car outside.
And it feels kind of weird not knowing we have a random caution to bank on.
Still there.
We have to stay up at. We have to stay in this lead pack.
Clear. Outside. We blow. We blow. Stay low. Clear.
Coming up on Jimmy Spencer. Unfortunately, it's going to be one of these races.
Outside. We blow.
Get ready for something here.
Stay low.
Derek Cope getting wild. Good move.
Clear. Outside. We blow. Stay low.
Go low. There you go. And we got another straggler up there. Musgrave.
We blow. Clear.
Oh, we got smoke up here. What is this?
Back and forth now. Next car is the leader. Outside. Still there. Stay low.
We're about to see who's involved.
Still there.
I've probably already shown it, the highlight, but I have no idea. Ricky Rudd. He probably got walloped for being a slow car. That's my educated guess. We got another car on pit road. This is gonna become a mess. Let's not forget to lead a lap here.
Now in front.
Alright, what are we doing? What are we doing? Going up.
Car inside. Stay high.
We went up a little too early.
Stay high. You're up top. 3 wide. Hold your line.
And we probably should have stayed behind Chad Little.
Hold your line. Inside. You're up top. 3 wide. Car inside. Next car is the leader. You're back.
Yeah, we're stuck up here now.
Stay high. You're up top. 3 wide. Inside.
Not a smart move.
Hold your line. Inside. Inside. Car inside. You're up top. 3 wide. Car inside. Car inside. Stay high. Still there. Keep high.
So I guess Musgrave just got... I don't think he's slow. Wasn't that him somewhere else too? Maybe at Daytona? I don't know. There were no slow cars at Daytona. I don't know. I just remember Musgrave was off the pack somewhere at maybe the other Talladega race, and he wasn't beat up. He just got cast off from the society. I want to get down here. Lap 30. Look out. We're just taking on 2 tires. Might be getting a fuel call out soon. Might be seeing pit stops. We had those caution laps that affected the mileage a little bit here. I meant to check to see if Ricky Rudd's done. Okay. Ricky Craven's done. Roy Allen's done. Ricky Rudd. Okay. Thankfully, being in this big pack, when a car is going to be pitting, we'll see some weird moves. So then we know a pit stop's coming. Pretty sure that's Dallenbach we're going to be hitting up here soon. Bunch of cars ahead of him. We got 3 lappers up there. Alright, there's a fuel call out. Let's not get stupid here. Let's make sure our tires are set for 2. They are. Doesn't seem like there's any pitting here yet. And actually, let's not pay attention to Derek Cope because he pitted under that caution. So he can go a few extra laps. Minor development is that Gordon is on the outside now. Which is what we wanted to see. Keep him from pitting maybe. I don't know. Alright, we got pitters. Boy, Craven got beat up somewhere.
You're up top, 3 wide, inside, car inside. That car's a lap down. You're back in second, clear inside. The next car's the leader.
Still don't think we've led a lap yet. Hopefully we get some kind of signal that...
Got a fuel. You're gonna have to come in for
Yeah, we got to come in now. I was going to say, hope we get some kind of signal that Schrader's pitting. He is pitting, so that's good.
Keep it under 55. Keep it under 3,500 in second. The leader's pitting now.
Yeah, skidded the tires a little bit.
Speed now. Keep it on 3,500 in second.
All right, we're near that pavilion.
Go, go, go!
Let's go, ladies.
55. Keep it under 3,500 in second.
All right, we're gonna just let
Okay.
Schrader go. Didn't really kill our tires too much.
Just the left side this time. Left sides only.
And let's
Okay, merge when you can.
remember, if we pause the game,
Pitting now.
it'll reset that and change them to all four being changed. Throw us a rope here, Kenny. We're going to hook up with him, but we're going to have other cars catching up to us. Big deal. But the more we can go in this race without being around other cars. Come on, move up. Don't hit the brakes. Don't do anything. Stay up top here, Ken. Stay up top. Good job. But yeah, the more we can stay away from other cars this race, the better.
Clear.
Too many things can go wrong.
You're in the top 10.
Let's not forget, the pitters, that's who's leading right now, are the people who pitted under caution. So, that's a minor development. I don't know where they're at. They're 42 seconds ahead of us, so they're 9 seconds behind us. Thereabouts. Alright, here comes a crew of cars. Just fall in line with us, clowns.
The yellow flag is out.
Uh-oh.
Go. Race back to the line. There's an accident in the pit. We got a wreck entering the trial. We got a wreck in the trial. The leader's pitting now. We got trouble in the pit.
Man, there's a big accident that happened. I want to see if we can lead a lap here. Apron. See if we can use Morgan Shepherd. No.
Road is closed.
Wow.
Stay high. Clear inside. Okay, we're under caution.
Let's take a peek.
Stay behind the 33
Let's take a
car.
peek at anybody damaged. Hutch Strickland. That's Ernie, or that's Derek Cope.
Stay behind the 33 car. Let him by.
Oh, look out. What is this?
There's an accident in the pit.
Holy cow. Alright, we might pit. Because that was just chaos. We'd be back in 29th, but I think we just squealed our tires there, making sure we didn't die from Wally Dallenbach spinning out right in front of us. I'm having fun though. Oh, Ken Schrader. He got beat up by Dallenbach there. Look out. Here he comes again. What a psycho. So, we have a bunch of lap down cars. We still haven't checked out the wreck. We'll do that now. What is going on? But yeah, we are pitting to put on
Tires all the way around
fresh
this
tires.
guys. Limit 55. Keep it under 3,500. In second, the pace cars in the tri-oval. Past the one car. The pace cars exiting the tri-oval.
I think this was necessary. No need to speed here. We're not worried.
Don't pass the stop sign at the end of pit road.
We're not worried about track position. We're going to
We'll
be
give you 1 can of fuel.
coming back out on the track in 29th.
The pace cars in turn 1.
I promise we're going to check out the wreck.
Go, go, go! Limit 55.
Brett Bodine 104 seconds behind us.
The pace cars
Bottom right.
2.
No need to speed here. Alright, I know Hutch Strickland's involved, so we'll just watch this. Yeah, everybody's pitting, getting wild. Okay. Okay. Haha. Bill Elliott skirting through there. This seems like this will be good. Correction. Did Bill Elliott... Yikes. That's probably DNF, I'm going to say. Bill Elliott. Cool, calm, and collected here. Spin. Nobody hits him. 25 gets into him a little bit. Brett Bodine just misses him. And he just gets through everything. Alright, the dust is settled. We're in 3 and 4 here. Yeah, we lost Strickland, Benson. Marlin was in there. And I did finally check out those other replays that I've probably put in already. I just saw the Ricky Craven stuff. That forced Ricky Rudd and Loy Allen to bunch up. And then I just saw that just probably the hardest hit we've seen all season with Mayfield. That was brutal. Alright, we're going to see if Bill Elliott has damage or not. Right away.
Green, green, green! Changing just the right side this time. Right sides only.
Let's keep an eye on... I have no idea what speed any of these cars are going. Let's also be sure we latch onto this group. Holy cow. Okay, going up top. Somebody is brutally slow.
Stay high. You're up top, 3 wide.
Gordon got hit. Look at Gordon.
You're up top, 3 wide. Inside. You're up top, 3 wide. Car inside. You're up top, 3 wide. Car inside.
I'm doing it.
You're up top, 3 wide. Inside. You're up top, 3 wide. Car inside. Keep high. Still there.
I hope Gordon got hit in like something organic, not just a caution bunch up or something.
That car's a lap down.
Is Labonte up to speed? This race is going to... It's going to be a dogfight the rest of the way. Gotta have eyes everywhere now. What is Bobby Labonte doing? Swaying back and forth. I really want to know if he's up to speed here. Seems like it. But Chad Little and I are hauling the mail. Greg Sachs is not up to speed. I didn't want Ken Schrader to make a move there. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. So this is our life now. We're not catching this group of cars. And we're kind of falling in line. We're actually holding them up. And pretty soon we're going to have to let them go. For draft purposes. For the greater good. Alright, we've fallen back in this group. Just drafting with these guys and trying to get a boost. This is just a pleasant sight, even though he's ahead of us. He's beat up, but he's still chugging. He's up to speed, unfortunately. But then again, fortunately, because I checked that out, we owe Cal Petty a beer or something. A socially distanced beer. And using the eye test, seems like that group, we might be catching them. Oh, we're definitely catching them. They must have hit a lapper. And they're hurting big time. Okay. Let's use all of our eyes here. It's impossible to keep track of who's fast and who's slow. Ricky Craven's on the top line up there. That's all I know. Dallenbach is slow. I really don't know what's going on here at all. Man, Dallenbach really did not want me to do that. I think Ricky Craven is just single-handedly just something. He's single-handedly messed up the field every time they come up on him. Alright, let's see if we can guess who's leading. I'm going to say Derek Cope. Robert Presley. Of course, Robert Presley's in the lead. Mark Martin up here in 6th. Like, please, let me win a race. Got screwed over at Charlotte. He couldn't beat us at New Hampshire. Or wait, didn't he win at Dover? I don't know. There's other stuff going on right now. I thought this was going to end up being a short video on YouTube, but there's just... Each time we hit up these lap cars, it's like a mini, it's like a HBO mini-series. Looks like we did lose wherever Gordon's at. That's what I'm concerned about. I'm not concerned about winning this, because it's not up to us if we catch this group or not. But just stay ahead of Gordon. The more spots, the better, obviously. We came in, what, 17, 18 back? We still didn't lead a lap either. Coming up on lappers again. And let's also remember, we had the benefit of a fuel call out that gave us an idea of when the AI was going to pit. But we may not have that same advantage this time because we pitted under that caution for tires and we fueled up. But that might actually end up helping us. Because our tires, look out, Johnny Andretti. Alright, I hit pause.
Still there. No tires this time, guys. Still there.
Okay.
Just the left sides this time. Left sides only. Clear inside.
Now I was thinking, hey, we don't have to take on tires. We can just splash and go. Maybe come out in the lead here. We'll cross that bridge.
Inside. That car's a lap down. Still there. Stay high.
Uh-oh. Development. Kenny Wallace is
You're up top. 3 wide. Car inside. You're up top.
just
3 wide. Car
horrifyingly slow.
You're up top. 3 wide.
And those guys caught him at the wrong time.
Clear.
So we're gonna sneak up on these lead cars now. We are in the lead pack. Kinda.
Next car's the leader.
There's Ricky Craven. Okay, pit stops.
Keep low. That car's a lap down.
Pit stops.
3 wide. That car's a lap down. Clear outside. Inside.
Man.
Still there. Clear inside. Okay, we're back in third. Keep hustling. Back in third.
What are we doing on fuel? Tons to go. I think cars might be pitting knowing they can splash and get the rest of the way. This is not where we want to be right now, though. In the middle of freaking nowhere. With no one to drive with. We do have to stop again. But we don't have to take on tires, though. Should have stopped with those characters.
You're back in second.
It's probably smarter to just roll the dice. And just pit and then hope we come back on the track and draft with somebody. Draft with a bird. Doesn't matter, we just need something.
Car inside. Clear inside.
think we're fine not taking tires here. Unless we squeal them going in.
Keep it under 55. Keep it under 3,500 in second.
This is the right move. We have to pit. We're pitting a little bit.
That speed now. Keep it on 35.
We're pitting a little bit earlier than we have to, really.
No tires this time, guys. Go, go, go!
Yeah, no tires. I think this was good.
3,500 in second.
This is our last stop.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane. That car's a lap down.
Are these new marks here?
Okay, merge when you can. Tires all the way around this time, guys.
Go around. There you go.
Outside. Clear outside.
Look at Kenny Wallace. Barely. There's your problem.
Outside.
We're like
Clear
farting up to speed, and he can't even catch us. But dang it, we don't have nobody. We're super lonely. But with just a fuel stop, we got to be on the lead lap. And I think when everything cycles through, we might be in the lead-ish. All right, we have some help. Rusty Wallace. So mate, and he's right with us, and he pitted. Remember, he jumped down onto pit road at the beginning of these pit stops, and now he's with us again. So maybe they didn't take on tires either.
Still there.
This is turning into a Bristol race where I'm hoping I
Clear.
put everything in that I'm talking about. I got news for you. These restrictor plate races can't get. Oh, that's a new. These are new tire marks. These races can be boring, and this has not been boring.
The leader's pitting now.
We've had a lot of wrecks here. One of these are Gordon. You can just tell. Nope. Nope. Never mind. We were 0 for 3 on the red
Clear inside.
hued cars.
Car inside.
Whoa.
Keep high. That car's a lap down. You're up top. 3 wide. Car inside. Clear inside.
All right, Greg Sachs, just go onto pit road and stay there.
Back and forth now. Car outside. Keep low. Clear outside.
All right, Robert Presley was in that lead pack before pit stops. Who knows? 20 to go, gang. Let's take a tour. Oh, maybe not. Let's take a tour of all the tire marks on the track, because I was just talking a bit ago about how, oh, those are new, but they aren't new.
Stay low.
Looks like we've lost Jeremy Mayfield's on the backstretch. But what usually happens is when I'm diving into turns at other tracks, the
Clear outside.
the little tire marks I leave when I'm skidding in the turns eventually overwrite the big skid marks from wrecks and stuff. But at Talladega, we're not really squealing the tires that much. So right here is the Ricky Craven stuff from however long ago, and then coming up here are, right here is all the Wally Dallenbach stuff under caution. And because I spent like 2 minutes in the replay trying to figure out what the heck these new tire marks are, but they weren't new. No idea what's happening. No idea where anybody's at. Bill Elliott is the leader, but he's pitting. Dave Marcus is right here. So this is the lead gaggle in cars. And we'll do a Jeff Gordon check, 18th. We'll let these numbers, seems like everyone was pitting here. We'll let these numbers filter out. Bobby Labonte's had the worst run of the season here in the playoffs. His worst run of the season. The worst run of anybody in the season is, Ken Schrader. I'll have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure. 3 DNFs in 4 races put you in first place in that battle. Gordon, 24 seconds back. Meanwhile, we're in... Where the heck are we? We're in third. We gotta get around. Oh, we gotta lead a lap. Let's not forget. Let's get this extra point. Not sure if Gordon's led a lap or not here. I might just put up a list of who hasn't led a lap. Getting a little arrow shove from Derek Cope. I think we're going to lead our lap. Perfect timing with 14 to go. Coming up on a Lappy McLapper. Kenny Wallace, possibly? Correct. Down here, Terry. Man, we just... we split him. Ah! I didn't know Derek Cope was up there. I was too busy watching Kenny Wallace get... I can't even think of the word. But everybody just split him right down the middle. Possibly a blessing in disguise. Maybe sneak a win out from everyone getting hit by a lapper at the wrong time. We've had our fair share of wins recently. I'm actually pulling for Dave Marcus. Are we all for position here is the question. Roll call. Presley, yes. Everybody except Robbie Gordon. It looks that way. Alright, it's been a long race. I'm running this right before I'm going to bed. So let's not lose our concentration. No, Dolan back. Pick a lane here, boys. Ricky Craven. We're just gonna stay down here. Now we're gonna move up.
Car inside. That car's a lap down. You're up top, 3 wide, car inside. Keep high. Stay high.
Some weird names up
Car
here.
inside. Still there. Keep high. Still there. Stay high. Back and forth now. Good job.
Let's hook up with Robert Presley.
Clear.
Sorry I called you weird. We need you. 4 to go. We're coming up on 3 to go. We lost Dave Marcus. And we lost Robert Presley here, I think. Our last hope. One of our last hopes is whoever this is. Man, Kenny Wallace again.
That car's a lap
All right,
down.
we're on Robert Presley now.
Clear.
And we just got to stick with him and hope that we're better than Labonte and Cope. It looks like it's Robbie Gordon and Dave Marcus coming back from the dead.
Car outside.
Give them room, see what kind of line they take.
Stay low.
They didn't. They just hooked up with Presley, which is probably good. Probably good. We just got to hook up with them as well. Dave
Outside.
Marcus, you can come down here, pal. We probably don't have time now to catch Labonte and Cope. But again, this is all relative. Gordon, 17th. And we're going to... Where are we at right now?
Just 2 to go.
As it stands, we're gaining 12 points on Gordon. So I think we'll be 7 points behind him with 3 races left. Pretty crazy. But that's Talladega for you, man. We might not even have enough for these guys. Them going side by side pretty much kills a chance at a win here. Let's gain whatever spots we can, which is Marcus and Presley. Gordon's a lap down.
White flag. 1 more lap to go. Car outside.
All right, this has been a long ass race.
Clear.
Let's not do anything stupid. Let's not throw this away here. Boy, we're catching them, aren't we? Too little, too late, though. Or a lot, but too late. Should be the saying there. And we do not have Dave Marcus here. Hey,
Back and forth now. All right.
that was probably a lot of fun to watch.
Great job, buddy.
Like we saw, Terry Labonte got the win. We finished 4th. Mark Martin got a good top 10. Rusty Wallace top 10. Johnny Andretti top 15. Looks like Gordon ended up 15th. We'll take a look at those points. Just chaos. Again, probably made for good theater, but it was tense. I got all my bones cracking right now after that race. That was... Forgot to blink. And there's the rest of the results. I hope I covered everything in the replays. Now the points after Talladega, we knew this was going to throw everything into the blender. We're actually in first place now in the points, 6 points ahead of Gordon, but then we're 6 points behind Gordon in the Winston Cup. Ken Schrader, that's just funny. Dale Jarrett's still in the top 10 in the Winston Cup. He's 56 points ahead of Ken Schrader for that 10th spot, so I think he's going to be safe. And you see Bill Elliott still hanging in there. He dodged a couple bullets this race. We got 3 races remaining: Rockingham, Phoenix, and Atlanta. I'll see you at the Rock. Thanks for watching.